Alright, welcome back to another episode of Mail Call. Let's see what I got. So, this package, as you probably know if you've seen enough of these, came from my LGS. So I got Buried Alive. This is going into Kenrith. I decided to lean more on his reanimation ability, his resurrection ability, as a new way of thinking of the deck, new direction, because the old direction just didn't work. I put a video up where I talked about that. The original build of the deck was interesting. It was fun. It was used all the cards I had, so I didn't have to buy anything new. But it's not working. So, taking the direction, I'll try them. Today is Wednesday, Year of the Lord, 2024. September 4th? Yeah, September 4th, 2024. Tomorrow's the 5th, it's Thursday, so game night. So I'll take Kenrith, see if he works now. So I got him Buried Alive. 2 and 8 black, search the library for up to 3 cards, show them off, put them in our graveyard, then shuffle. Actually, I had ordered the MH3, the MH3 foil, and this one so I could look at them both. Because Kenrith, what they started doing is they don't leave cards in the shop anymore. All the cards are off-site, so you pretty much have to make an order. And I wanted to see what they look like side to side. The MH3 looked like shit. It was faded, it was indistinct. The watermark was pretty cool, but it didn't look that great. The Wizard's quality has really hit the bricks lately with some things. So we'll see if that works. Karma Guide. I went ahead and got this for Brago. I'll be going to Astrucian at the end of the month, so when I picked up Brago's Karma Guide, decided to get the Legacy. Is this Urza's Legacy or Destiny? No, Legacy. The hammer is Urza's Legacy. The beaker is his Destiny. Okay. Because I get those mixed up a lot. I might be getting them mixed up now. Let me know in the comments below. After you've licked and sucked subscribe. So 3 white for a 2/2 flyer, protection for black, and echo. With the Brago, I plan to blink her. So I'll still have to pay the echo during my upkeep, but I should always get something out of it. When she comes to play, choose target creature card from graveyard and resurrect it. And if she blinks, do it again. Supernatural Stamina. Nekazar. Nekazar has a foil. It's the same card, but it's from one of the master sets, one of the reprint sets, and decided to go ahead and get the Almond Kit one because Kenrith had one. It was cheap, so I thought I'd rather have the Almond Kit original. I like the set symbol better. Ghostly Flicker. This is from one of the commander sets. It's the original from either Dark Ascension or Innistrad is expensive. The foil, I think that's about 10 euros is what I saw it at, and this is 1. So a big difference. Plus, it didn't have any, and I would have to order it. So I'd have to order it, pay the shipping. To hell with it. I just got this cheap ass reprint foil. 2 and a blue, exile 2 target artifacts, creatures, and or land you control. Then return them to the battlefield under your control instantly. This is going into Brago. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Now, this could go into Brago, but it's not. It's going into Kenny. So Kenny, if I've got 5 mana untapped, one of them is black, and he's in the graveyard, the Gearhulk is in the graveyard, I have an instant speed on-demand board wipe. Soft board wipe, but a board wipe nonetheless. So if somebody has a big army, I can take care of that. 3 and a white for 4/5 Vigilant Construct. When it comes to play, everybody chooses an artifact, creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among non-land permanents who controls, then sacrifices the rest. This art is kind of indistinct. I have to tilt it to really see it clearly. If I'm looking at it like this, it just doesn't it's just indistinct. And if I tilt it, you glare. So if I tilt it so I can see it, you just see fucking glare. That's great. I love it. So anyway, want to see how this guy works. I got my daughter the other two Squirrel Sanctuaries she needs for her squirrel deck. I've been playing a lot of, well, I don't play a lot of Arena. Basically, when I picked it back up a few months ago, I was playing pretty much every day for a few weeks, and then it became the cesspool that it's always been, in the Blue Martha Rose. So nowadays I play it maybe once or twice a week. I complete 3 daily quests that I've accumulated, and then I just shut it down. If I get packs, they give me packs, I just open them, and sometimes I don't even wait for them all to appear. I just say, okay, I don't care, and go back to the queue, or I just shut the game down. But the squirrel deck is a lot of fun. And when I built her squirrel deck, I couldn't get a full set of four Squirrel Sanctuaries, so now she has all 4. They're key in the deck. They do a lot of good work. So one green comes into play. Create a 1/1 green squirrel token. And Chatterfang's out, you get 2. Whenever a non-token creature control dies, and they do die, you may pay 1 if you have 1 available. If you do, bounce this back to your hand so you can cast it and get another scroll token. So she's got all 4. I'm not on my computer, so I can't look up who told me this. Somebody, I think Knight something, not Black Knight, because that's kind of maybe Black Knight 62. Anyway, this dude, he got onto my Kenrith video, and he wrote this long treatise of what I was doing wrong in his opinion, and he gave me a lot to think about. I haven't taken all of his advice yet, but I'm thinking about it. Still taking into consideration. So this bastard, this plant hydra, this weird looking motherfucker, 300 green, I don't know what symbol that is, I really don't. It says NEC, whatever the hell that is. In new edition champions, bloody if I know. Anyway, comes to play 2+1+ encounters. When it dies, search a library for up to X basic land cards, where X is its power, put them on the battlefield and shuffle. Well, Kenny gives things +1+ encounters. So if I can keep putting counters in this guy, if I can get it up to 3, 4, 5 or 6 even, and then it dies, I get some lands. The other thing the guy told me is he thinks Back to Basics is a bad card, bad stacks card. Well, Back to Basics is kind of the pin keeping me on the basic land plan of Kenrith, because it won't affect me except for 3 lands, and one of them, Fabled Passage, when I put it in play, I'm going to sacrifice it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So Back to Basics for me only hits Cascading Cataracts. I used to call it Mana Confluence, and then I remembered the name. Cascading Cataracts. And Bond Glaciers. Those are the only 2 lands that Back to Basics hits. I also thought about putting Global Ruin into Kenrith. I'm still thinking about that. I haven't decided fully. Global Ruin costs 4 and a white, so 5 mana. It's a sorcery. And everybody chooses 1 of each basic land type they control, and then sacrifices the rest. So if somebody's playing a 2-color deck, they keep 2 lands. Me playing a 5-color deck, I could potentially keep 5 lands if I have 1 of each basic land type. If I've got the Dryad of the Elysian Grove, then I just keep 5 lands, because they're all basic land types, no matter what they are. So put this guy into Kenrith and see how he does. Also get this, to be honest, after I ordered it, I realized I don't really know where I'm going to put it. It's a board wipe, 2 white, so the same as Wrath of God, but everybody chooses a creature they control and then destroy the rest. So they can be regenerated. If they're indestructible, they won't be destroyed, but it can be flashback. So flashback 5 white. Still, Nalia could use it, Kenny can use it. Those are the two I'm thinking of right now. Saskia can use it, but Saskia, I'm still thinking about how I'm going to build her, so I'm not sure. But anyway, it was cheap, and I picked it up. Open the way. So the same dude that told me about Rampant Rejuvenator, I had to look at the card, remember the name. You know, go figure, it's a new card. So he told me about Open the Way. X green green. X can be greater than the number of players in the game. Reveal cards on top of your library to reveal X land cards. Put those land cards on the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library. It doesn't have to be any land. Anything. So this, it could go into Kenrith, but I'm pretty sure I'll put it into Saskia because she's going to have a lot of non-basics. In fact, I've already got for the Shockland, she can have 6 because 4 of the 10 have blue. She's not blue, so she cannot have those. I'm missing a Blood Crypt, and I've got the matching fetch lands except for Bloodstained Mire and Arid Mesa. So she will have what I call a standard mana base full of non-basics, what the genie calls Tony's bullshit lands. So that is where that's going. Sylvan Safekeeper. Then about putting him in Kenny. Her. Is it a chick or a guy? That's a dude. Yep, that's a dude. So this dude, I've got a foil original from, what is it, Judgment, I think? I think Judgment. I've got a foil original, and it's expensive. I would like to get another one, but I'm not paying 100 euros for a damn Sylvan Safekeeper. No, 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 no. This guy already was 3 euros. Anyway, green for a 1/1 human wizard. Sack a land, target creature control gains Shroud until end of turn. Stops a lot of bullshit. Stops Path to Exiles, Hordes to Plowshares. All kinds of. I'm trying to think of more targeted land creature destruction that people use. Most of it's white. I can't think of any. I can picture it in my head, but I can't think of the fucking names. T-Volley. Picked up another one of these guys. This guy looks like he's going to be pretty cool in Nelia, so I went ahead and got another one. I'm not sure where I'm going to put him. Maybe Kervek. Maybe Hirobi. I don't know. It's just he's neat. He only costs 2 for a 2/1. When he comes to play, everybody sacks a non-token creature, which is interesting. And he's only a common. So he's pretty good for a common. And then we have Kodama's Reach. So I got this Yomama's Reach special Commander Masters, I guess it is. Special full art Commander Masters for Saskia. This will go into Saskia. Her Cultivate, I've got 3 Cultivates in my art binder. I don't really want to pull one of them out because I like the way that they look on the page, but it kind of makes sense to pull one out because I have it. I play decks a lot more than I look at the art in my binder. So she has her Kodama's Reach and she pretty much has her Cultivate. I got myself 4 Woodland Cemetery foil for my squirrel deck. So my daughter, I built her modern squirrels, black-green. I like it so much, and it's so much fun in Arena, I'm building it for myself. The mana base is going to be, I've got the basics now, I've got the Woodland Cemeteries, I'm going to pull the Verdant Catacombs from my Vintage Jund, and then I'll get Bloodstained Mires for Vintage Jund, because they're cheaper, and Jund doesn't care if it's Mire or Catacombs. Doesn't give a shit. Jund already has 4 wooded foothills, so that's taken care of. So as long as it pulls black-red or green-black, it can pull any of her dual lands from China. Then I also got, speaking of cheap reprints, this Momentary Blink looks pretty good. The art is a bit darker than the original. It's a bit less, it's as distinct, it's just darker. But this was cheap, got it for Brago, so Kenny can keep one. One in a white, exile target creature, troll, then you just flicker a creature. One in a white, instantly flicker a creature. And then flash it back. 3 in a blue, flash it back, instantly flicker a creature. Good. So that's what I got from my LGS. Now I got this from somebody in Prague. What city he's from? Brno. So he's from Brno, which is one of the bigger cities in Prague, which is okay. Look, he sent me a bunny, a little bunny. I better not rip this because my daughter might want it. Oh good, I can just take that, put that there, take this one off carefully, if I can. Pull this, come on. People are waiting. People are waiting to see what the hell this is. And I have to do this. So I use this little piece of metal. It's a hook from a picture. I need to rehang the picture. You know, do my manly jobs. Hang pictures. Okay. So that, I don't know where he got this. I have no idea. It's kind of neat he sent it to me. So, I'll leave that on the table over here for my daughter to find that in the morning when she gets up and comes in for her breakfast. She'll like it. So, Mut and Sammeln Sponsenaba. So it's an instant with Einberufen. Dein Creature kommen der helfen, diesen Sabers zu wirken, mit ihrer Creature, die du tappst, und du diesen Sabers wirkst, bezahlst du für ein oder ein Mana die Farbe jener Creature. So, eine Creature deiner Wahl hat 2/2 bis zum Ende des Zuges. So it gives a creature +2/+2 until end of turn, and then it does something else. I don't know what it does. It's from Ravnica remastered. But I have no clue what it does. Except gives a creature +2/+2. Tape. What else? Verpetete Dampfe. Hexerei. So a sorcery. Alle Creature erhalten ein Besum Ende des Zuges. Überwachen to. Überwachen. I assume that's surveil. I assume. I don't know. It's from Ravnica, so, and it's Dimir, so probably surveil. But all creatures get -1/-1 until the end of the turn. Anyway, this is what I ordered. This is what I wanted. Vargoth, Bloodsky Sire. So this is one of the rogues that's supposed to be in Nalia. 2 and a black for 2/3 Death Toucher, Boast. When he attacks, I can spend 1 in black. Target player search the library for a card, so I can help somebody out. Then shelves the library and puts it on top of it. So it's like Vampiric Tutor, except you can't do it at the end of somebody's turn, so if something makes you shuffle your library, you lose the damn card. But anyway, he's not that much to cast. He's only 3. He's 2/3, so decent stats. Not great, decent. And he's got that touch. So let's make that change to Kenny. Put this over there. I'll recover that stamp later. I kind of like it. And I also ordered a Horobi Death Whale for Kenrith. One of the things I'm going to do, so Kenrith has that ability, 1 in the green, target creature gets +1/+1 counter. Target creature, and I thought, what if I put Horobi in here, because I can target creatures with Kenny out, and the deck kind of leans on Kenny. I expect to have him out. The problem is, I mistakenly ordered the halo foil, and it looked ugly. Oh God, it looked like trash. I hate the halo foil process. I have a Livy Voldarin that's a halo foil, and it's tolerable. I bought it because I didn't know what it's going to look like in person, and I wanted the different art. And it looked like shit as far as the foiling process goes. So, but I kept it. I thought, screw it, and I'll keep it. So, let me show you some of the changes I did to Kenny recently. I'll just show you the new cards I added. I won't go on to anything that... so I gave him an evacuation. So he's got an instant speed soft board wipe. If it can save my own creatures, so if something's going to wipe out my creatures, I can bounce them all back to my hand. I added a Worldly Tutor, so instant speed, like Varigoth there. Green, search library creature card, show it to everybody, shuffle your library, and put it back on top. Also gave him a Fauna Shaman, because if I'm going to lean on his reanimation ability, whatever I throw in the graveyard is going to come back. So it's actually beneficial to throw my bigger things into the graveyard. 1 in the green for a 2/2 Elf Shaman. 1 green tap. Discard a creature card. Go find a creature card. Show it off. Put it in your hand. Shuffle. What else is new in Kenrith? Oh yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I had a Wheel of Fortune sitting in my art binder doing nothing because I didn't want to put it in my other decks. Nekazar has one. I didn't want to put it into Karavik because it helps everybody. Didn't want to put it into Edgar because Edgar draws cards pretty good and he smashes people, so I don't need to give everybody a new hand of cards. That's the thing. Yes, it's a great card. Yes, you get a new hand, but so do the other people you're playing against. And if there's 3 of them, that's 3 people getting new hands of cards. Some of them are going to get screwed, some of them are going to be pissed off once in a while, but a lot of times they're going to be happy. You know, if they're down to 3 or 2 cards, and you give them a new hand, yeah, they're going to like you, and then kill you with what they got. Okay, there's Kenny's Momentary Blink Seat. Let's look at these side by side because I felt like this one was a bit darker. Maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. They're both dark. That dude is really indistinct. Actually, this one, his face here, you can see it, his face is a bit lighter than this one. So I was really wrong. That's what happens when you start thinking you know something, you start thinking you recall how it is, and then you look at it and you realize, wow, my mind's been fucking with me. What else is... oh yeah, I decided to throw in the Veteran Bodyguard. I want to play it. I want to play it somewhere. It's not the best card anymore. He's been overrun by power creep. His stats aren't that great, but if at instant speed, if somebody's coming at me with a massive army, and if at instant speed I can reanimate the bodyguard and he can take the hit for me to die and get reanimated again and do it again, then so be it. He should work. Okay, so those... oh, I also gave him a Lightning Greaves. I should have done that before, but I didn't. Correct that mistake. So now Kenny has a Lightning Greaves. Look, there's Kenny. There he is himself. See? Put a counter on a creature, reanimate, target player draws a card, so I can use it to help people out if I want to. Usually I don't, but that is a potential line of play available to me. There's the Cataracts. There's the Glaciers. What else is... oh, I already had one. I forgot I already had one. Anyway, Saskia gets the same one. I like to use different arts. I like to use different arts across my decks. But there's only a limited number of arts available. And the kitty one, the one from the cat secret lair, the one I really want, it's €70. €70 for a fucking Kodama's Reach. Are you out of your mind? No. Although I was thinking about buying it, I really was. Because I just think about stupid things like that. Explosive vegetation. So search library, 2 basic land cards, put them in play, tap, and shuffle. I did have Seek the Horizon. Seek the Horizon costs the same. It's a sorcery. You go find 3 basic land cards and put them in your hand. I need to speed Kenny up, so this gets me 1 less. If I have the Dryad Elysian Grove, who's got the exploration ability, or if I have Burgeoning out, then Seek the Horizon is better. But if I don't have either of those, and the last few games have shown me I can't count on getting those, let alone keeping them in play, I better just cut go down to 2 and guarantee I'm going to get the damn lands into play quickly. So, Explosive Vegetation. Yeah, these sleeves. I also gave him an Unburial Rights as backup. So if Kenny himself dies, I can just unbury him. And then if he dies again, I can flash him back and unbury him. I also gave him a Vampiric Tutor, so he's got Wardly, Vampiric. I took the Mystical Tutor out. The Red Tutor is Gamble, I don't want to deal with that. And then the black, red, Gamble, green, Wardly, white. White is Enlightened Tutor. And go find an artifact or enchantment. That would be beneficial in the deck, but I don't have any extra available right now. They're not cheap, so I didn't feel like buying it. And Vampiric Tutor, I could find anything. Yeah, it cost me 2 life, but I can find whatever I want. Artifact, instant, creature, my keys, if they've gone missing. So, I need to get 3 perfect fits for these 3 sleeves for Kenny. So he will get Buried Alive. He will get Cataclysmic Gearhulk. So he'll borrow Hirobi from Hirobi. What about the Sylvan Safekeeper? Maybe I should put that in. The other thing I thought of putting in is All-Seated Life's Bounty. All-Seated Life's Bounty is 1 white for a 1/1 with lifelink. It's a Dryad. You can spend 1, so you have to have a mana available to use it. But you can spend 1, sacrifice the Dryad, and give a creature or enchantment protection from a color of your choice for end of turn. So it can protect my Mari's Wake. It can protect any of my creatures. It can protect my sneak attack. All kinds of things. Maybe I should put that in here. The other thing I was thinking of, Privileged Position. I have a Privileged Position I'm not doing anything with. So that's the thing. Do I want more protection? Does he need more protection, more border? And then I got this guy for Kenny. I need to put him in there. I need to take something else out. Son of a bitch. I need to take something else out. And this guy too. So what do I take out for the Rejuvenator? What do I take out for Privileged Position or All-Seated Life's Bounty? Not the lands. Don't want to touch the lands. I'm touching them now. Well, touching the plastic. Excuse me. Maybe the Rejuvenator is better than the Burnished Heart. So Burnished Heart comes into play. It's a 2/2. This guy comes into play for 1 green in addition to the 3 colorless, and he's a 2/2. I have to spend mana to sacrifice him to go find 2 basic lands. This guy just has to die. This guy doesn't cost any mana, so I think that's it. I think that's what I'll do. I'll take out Burnished Heart for the Rejuvenator. If you think I'm making a mistake, tell me. I'll deal with the sleeves and everything later. What about Privileged Position? Is there anything I should take out for that? Or the All-Seated Life's Bounty? I better hurry the hell up because my battery is about to overheat and shut off. I only get about 30 minutes of recording, and then my camera says, no, There we go. Alright, I'll just fucking splice this together. I don't care. Where I was is trying to figure out if there's something I should take out for either privileged position, all Lice, and Tishana's Tidebinder. I plan to take the Tishana's Tidebinder out of Nekazar because he doesn't really need it, and give it to Kenny to protect my graveyard. So if somebody Bajuka Bogs me, I can put into play the Tidebinder either with Kenny's ability if she's dead, or with just casting her if I haven't cast her yet, and stopping that fucking Bajuka Bog from taking out my graveyard. Oh yeah, another new card, Rift Sweeper. So maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Maybe I shouldn't worry about people exiling my graveyard because I've got the Rift Sweeper. That is why I put them in here. People keep exiling my Seedborn Muse for some reason. I don't know why. It's not very nice. So 1 in the green for 2/2 Elf Shaman. When he comes into play, choose target face-up card that's removed from the game. Its owner shuffles it in his or her library. So maybe I'll just use him for that graveyard protection in a roundabout way. Dude also said that Braid of Fire isn't a good card because it only works with Kenny. Well, it also works with Burnished Heart, but I just took it out. It also works with Omnath. What else does Braid of Fire work with? Let's take a look. Does it work with anything else? Should I fucking take that out? It doesn't work with her because she needs green. That's a sorcery, so it doesn't matter. Works with him, but he only takes 1 red anyway. Works with Sneak Attack. I get free mana for Sneak Attack. Kind of a corner case. What else? Fire Covenant, but it's only 3. See, Omnath turns the unspent mana to black, so I would keep it. Excuse me. I think maybe I should take a Braid of Fire. I don't want to. I could use it for our Armillary Sphere, but it's only 2 mana. Yeah, maybe I should take a Braid of Fire for some more protection. But what's it going to do? So the green, these 3 ramp spells, I'm not counting to the green. I'm just counting them as part of the ramp sweep. What I've done, if you saw the last video, is I had, so every color had 1 CMC, 2 CMC, 3 CMC, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I went away from that. But I want to keep the colors kind of balanced, so I don't have, say, twice as many black cards as I do blue cards, and then I have to rejigger the mana base, but then I don't have enough to rely on getting enough blue mana to activate his abilities. So I have 6 black cards, 7 with Hirobi. I have 3, 6, 7 blue cards. Okay, 7. 3, 6, 9 green cards. So green is a bit overrepresented. Just a bit. 2 more than black and blue, but I don't know. 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 red cards, but if I take out Braid of Fire, then I go down to 7. So that's on par with black and blue. 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 white cards. So that is less than... It's roughly balanced. I'm going to take that as balanced, even though Avacyn costs 3 white. Although I don't plan to cast her, I plan to sneak her into play. Or I plan to toss her in the graveyard with the Fauna Shaman and reanimate her. Actually, not reanimate. I keep saying reanimate, but that's not the right term, because reanimate, you pay life. when it comes into play. You pay life according to its casting cost. Resurrection does not. Resurrection is 2 colorless, white, white. You just put the creature into play. So Kenny resurrects the creatures, he doesn't reanimate them. I've got my suite of 5. No? I took something out. What? Oh yeah, I took out Roxanne because I just didn't think she was going to be doing that much. So 5 multicolor allied color pairs, except for Omnath. So it's veering away. Oh yeah, and white is getting the Gear Hulk. Black is getting buried alive. So I better put another blue card or something in there. I'll figure it out. But anyway, that's where I am with Kenrith now. What do you think?